Is this thing focused? Hi! As you've noticed, I have new hair. I got it done recently, and today we're just gonna do a really casual video and very simple. You know the drill. I have always have green tea, iced green tea with me because it's really warm right now. And if you wanna go get some, you should. It's just great refreshing drink. I don't put sugar in it, and why don't we make it like a habit every time you watch my videos, you go around and make yourself a cup of iced green tea. Today I'm gonna teach you how I make the most use of my sheet mask, because you know, if you want to do it once every day, it kind of adds up. And I really don't do sheet mask every day, probably like 3 times a week, because I'm lazy, and also when I do it, I sort of want to relax and really do it. I'm just gonna show you my tips to make most use of the sheet mask and don't waste. We all hate wasting. So first thing first, I feel like it's a no-brainer, but I want to say it as well. You want to make sure your hands are clean and you have a clean, cleansed face. Next, I'm gonna exfoliate. So what this does is takes off that layer of skin and the blackheads and sort of preps the skin, I would say, for maximum absorption of skincare ingredients. I use this lemon sparkling peeling gel. You can use Clarisonic, you can use your Foreo. I use that in the shower sometimes in the morning, but today I'm just gonna use this lemon sparkling peeling gel. I've been using this for a while. I have no bad reactions from it, and it's so inexpensive. I got it from Amazon, I think. It's from Secret Key. And I just apply a thin layer, and you can already see like the dead things coming off, because I do use an exfoliating night treatment, so my skin sometimes get a little bit flaky and dry, and just takes off the top layer. Ugh, look at all the gum. I use this every night before I apply my sheet mask, so just to get rid of all that nasty things. And I also use sheet mask in the nighttime, not in the daytime, even though right now it's the daytime, so I'm just like, I'm gonna be at home today anyway. I like to do it around here. And I'm gonna rinse off with warm water and I'll be right back. And you can see my skin is like a lot brighter. And I wanna see my cat. She's like watching me film. She's such a brat. Stop scratching my stuff. So next up, you wanna prep the skin. Since we already did exfoliate, I'm gonna apply a hyaluronic serum. And I'll tell you why I'll do that. Because hyaluronic acid holds 1,000 times in weight in water. So it's a really hydrating agent. You wanna do it after you know you're gonna put in moisture. So if you apply hyaluronic acid serum on your bare skin, it's sort of, instead of drawing moisture from the air if the humidity is low, it actually draws moisture out from your skin and evaporates into the air, if that makes sense. So I only apply hyaluronic acid serums when I know I'm gonna be putting extra like moisture onto my skin. So I just massage this on my face, and I'm using the Lemieux hyaluronic acid serum. This is made in USA. It doesn't say the concentration of hyaluronic acid serum, but I find that it works really well. There are like tons of them on the market, on Amazon, on anywhere. It's a fairly inexpensive ingredient, and usually your skin reacts well to it just because it occurs naturally in the body. One thing to note, that the concentrations might not reflect the true concentrations, because as manufacturers manufacture it, they're only obligated to put the concentration of the solution, if that makes sense. So it's not really a concentration of how much hyaluronic acid is. The concentration is how much hyaluronic acid solution is in the serum, if that makes sense. Your skin will feel a little bit tacky from the hyaluronic acid serum. That's totally normal. I'm gonna go in and put on my sheet mask now. I'm gonna use this Myconos jelly mask. I have a couple of favorite sheet masks, and personally I don't spend too much on sheet masks. I think they work pretty much the same, but it's up to personal preference. So the sheet masks I use, and I'll recommend a few, are fairly inexpensive, and that's just what I think it should be, because you know, if you use sheet masks like once a day, it adds up to a lot, and I try not to use sheet masks that's more than $5 each unless it's like a special occasion. I'm just cheap. And this one is a deep whitening one, deep sea whitening it says. And it's just very hydrating. And people ask me all the time, like, why should you sheet mask and why do we do it? It's such an extra step. Well, you know what? It just helps the skin glow and puts in like an intense level of moisture to the skin. Wetness is the essence of beauty. And this sheet mask fits really well, as you can tell. Obviously, different people have different faces, so Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lift this so I can talk. So I'm just gonna put my mask like this for now. If you want a brightening effect and to reduce your redness, you want to look for this ingredient called niacinamide. It's vitamin B basically, and it just removes the redness in your skin. And if you want something that's whitening and brightening and sort of removing acne scars, you want to look for ingredients like vitamin C. Lactic acid helps with exfoliation as well. And also, you want to look for ingredients like kojic acid, phytic acid, and licorice root. All those ingredients will help brighten and lighten the skin. Yeah. And also alpha arbutin or arbutin, those will help like stop melanin production. So if that's what you're interested in, make sure you check the ingredients. And if you want something more exfoliating, try looking for stuff with alpha hydroxy acids, lactic acids, glycolics. Those fall under AHAs. And for anti-acne, I know some masks have like charcoal and tea tree. So if you're into that, go for those. Most of these sheet masks have fragrance, and the fragrance level is pretty low and doesn't bother me even though I don't like fragrance products. I haven't broken out from it. And while you're sheet masking, you can like sort of massage your skin as well. If this one has a lot of serum, there's like a bunch of like there's more, like it's like a jelly serum. So it's really great for moisturizing, and bring it down the neck and I sort of massage myself like that. And this just helps with the circulation, relaxation, and time with yourself that, you know, it's a very relaxing and, I don't want to say sensual, but like, I don't know, self-care is very essential and you should take care of yourself. It's time to calm down and relax and take care of yourself because you deserve it. I really don't like those masks that when you put on, you immediately smell like floral, like extreme floral. I really like this squalene restorative mask from my beauty diary. Squalene is derived from usually olive oils or shark, whatever. Usually olive oil though, and it helps repair the skin, and it's an intense antioxidant, and it occurs naturally in your sebum, so it's very moisturizing as well. This one's by My Beauty Diary. I really like it and it's super inexpensive. Another one that I really like is by Grace and Stella. I don't know where this is from because it doesn't say, but this one has no added fragrance, but it has a bunch of good ingredients like urea, collagen, licorice root extract, like the brightening stuff. It has aloe and hydrolyzed collagen, and a bunch of other good ingredients that and this one's really inexpensive. I think it's $4 for 6 pieces. For this one, if it's this inexpensive, I can use it every night. And since there is an ingredient list, I'm not afraid of what is in it. So do your own research. And another thing that the mask will do is lower your skin's temperature. So when your skin has lower temperature, your pores are minimized, like the way it looks, and it also plumps the skin. So when the skin is plump, imagine your pores are like that. When the skin is plump, the pores close up a little bit more just because of how like plump the skin is. So hydration is very important, and I cannot stress that enough. And if you want to make your mask last longer, I keep half of the serum inside, and after 10 minutes when the top part starts to dry, we all can relate that this part dries first. I just apply it on the top again, and it slowly makes its way downwards because of gravity, I guess. Another thing you can do, hey, stop that. You can get this on Amazon and you just put this on. This is not necessary, by the way, but it just holds your mask in place and it keeps the mask from drying out faster. If you can afford to mask every night, why not? I don't think it exacerbates acne. In fact, I think it helps soothe the skin and sort of rebalance the moisture in oily skin types. I just wanna say, I've been doing YouTube for a couple of years and I haven't been the most diligent about it just because I didn't do YouTube to, I guess, become famous, or I don't know. I just did YouTube as a fun thing. But now that YouTube is sort of like a popularity thing with Instagram as well, I feel like I didn't know my place in the YouTube world just because I didn't see myself sort of becoming like a commercial thing that was just pushing out products, and I just really wanted to share my knowledge with everybody at that time because it was kind of limited in where you could find knowledge. But right now with the internet and Instagram videos, you can sort of find tutorials. She just jumped on a curtain. You can find tutorials anywhere. You can find makeup tutorials that are like insane, and I felt like during those years of doing YouTube, I felt like I was becoming not needed in terms of my audience. But I realized that coming back, I really love sharing and I really love talking and chatting with everybody on my Instagram and on my comments, just because you guys are really funny and I like to talk to you. And when I see artwork done by you guys regarding my makeup looks, I really get really touched, and I get really inspired. And it reminds me of those days when I was younger, when I wanted to pursue drawing, and I did a lot of artworks actually. And I'll just show you some of my art here. I was a huge nerd. I played MapleStory a lot. I played Ragnarok Online. That was like my first MMORPG game, and I used to draw the characters just because I love the characters so much, and I still do, and it's such a big part of my childhood. And seeing the art that you guys create just made me go back to that time where, you know, you could create. And I think that's what I want to do with my YouTube channel, is to create more. Right now I am filming in my room and you guys still watch me, so I hope when I'm big enough and I can sort of afford more resources to film huger projects, that you'll still stick by me and watch me, and I can't wait to grow with you in this channel. I've been really receiving a lot of love and support from you, and I'm not the strongest person. I have insecurities in terms of my looks, my skin, whatever, my eyes. They're not obviously the biggest, and I've had such a big complex for such a long time to always want to do plastic surgery. And you can ask all my friends, I've always talked about getting work done on my eyelids, but I feel like that right now, that's what makes me special and makes myself special, is because everybody looks different and I look different from everybody else. And especially here in America, having monolids is sort of like still, I don't know, it's like a weird thing, like hooded eyelids. People still don't know how to do makeup on hooded eyelids. People still are intrigued by having hooded eyelids and monolids, and I'm just like, well, I've dealt with it all my life, and so far all I have received is love and support, and I've never had anybody comment on my page saying like, oh, you need to get that done, or, you know, you should fix your eyelids, because I don't know. And I truly love it. I truly support it, and I find that doing YouTube videos has helped me love myself through you guys, through the love and the comments, and I really appreciate that. And it's something that I feel like is not said enough by people, because honestly, we all like gratification from social media, and I'm one of those people that the moment I don't get a good feedback in life, my friends or just comments on YouTube, I get really sad. But so far I haven't felt that way on YouTube. So I really want to thank you, and thank you for watching, and thank you for spending your time and sitting with me. And I hope that my sort of short talks here can get you through something and relax you, or get you through a day where it's difficult, and just forget how difficult life is and remember that we're all in this together and we're just trying to get through life. I really just love skincare and a goof, and thank you for watching. And by the way, I don't use any skin filters on my videos. I have really big pores. I'm very self-conscious of that, but I want to be as honest as I can with you. And I want to be clear, because there are YouTube gurus that do that, and there are a lot of Instagram videos that do that, and I don't like that. Like, how are you going to promote doing skincare or like having good skin because of your routine and then having like a skincare filter. I don't understand. Like, just be honest with your audience, because if you don't have great skin, that's fine, because it's all a journey. But you can't lie and say like, oh, these products help me clear all of my acne, when it's like, dude, I know you have primer on, I know you have skin, like makeup filters on. So I don't know, I just don't find that great, because I used to struggle with acne a lot, and I still do, and I still have like marks, and I have big pores. You are selling skincare and cosmetics on YouTube, like you're promoting it, you are letting people know what's good and what's bad, and if you're not honest about your own skin, which is something so personal, then I think that's a problem. Take this, you can apply it right here for about 5 minutes, and it'll just help like soften that turkey neck. And I have a turkey neck because I go like this all the time. But yeah. And I find that after you use a mask, any serum that you apply onto your skin penetrates even deeper. Like if your skin is a dry sponge, you apply serum on top, it'll sit on top. But if your skin is like a wet sponge, which is, it sort of is now after you apply a mask, when you drip the serum in, it just sort of dissipates into the skin, if that makes sense. You can't just use one miracle product, it's sort of steps, you know? So yeah, after you're done massaging, you can apply whatever you need onto your skin. So after you're done with that, you want to apply an emollient cream all over to seal all that moisture in, because your skin will lose moisture once it's exposed after using a sheet mask. As funny as that sounds, I've tried it when I wake up in the morning just leaving on a sheet mask. I feel like my skin is even drier than I did if I never used a sheet mask. So definitely want to protect your skin and put a layer of moisture over. It just feels so nice and plump and brightened after. This effect honestly stays for me about 2 days every time I use a mask, and people just think my skin is so plump, so nice, and so radiant. And yeah, I hope this helps. It's very simple, easy self-care thing, and really you don't have to spend that much to do it. So I want to thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye!